Founded in the 1970s by Indian entrepreneur Mittal, ArcelorMittal is now the world's largest steelmaker. Over its journey, it has demonstrated strategic, operational and portfolio agility. Born to a steel family, Mittal was 26 when he went to Indonesia and set up a subsidiary there. For 15 years, Mittal learned how to make steel and how to make it cheaply, partnering with Trinidad steelmaker Iscot. In 1989, Mittal started running Iscot's operation. Over the next 2 decades, Mittal acquired more than 20 steel operations, laying the foundation for future production capacity. Applying a tried and tested acquisition formula, he turned around steel mills no one else wanted. In 2004, Mittal acquired US-based ISG. This marked a turning point in strategy. This acquisition was different. ISG had already been turned around. But Mittal's strategic vision was to use ISG to broaden his product mix from low-end commodity steel and enter the higher-end automotive steel market. Then in 2006, Mittal stunned industry watchers with a $23 billion hostile takeover bid for Arcelor, his largest rival. Despite the high odds of failure, Mittal prevailed. This anchored Mittal's further geographic and product mix diversification. With the onset of the credit crisis in 2008, ArcelorMittal shifted gears again. It moved from acquiring steel companies and started backward integrating into raw materials. It also embarked on an asset divestment and cost-cutting program to deleverage and preserve margins. From the outset, Mittal had a different view about the steel industry, and he set out to create a strategically agile company to take advantage of that discontinuity. Steel was viewed by others as a regional commodity business, vulnerable to macroeconomic cycles. It was seen as a national staple, state-supported, fragmented and politically charged, with management focused on production, not profit. Mittal saw a consolidated international steel industry, where companies maximise profit and where scale and resource flexibility enable the industry to control volume and influence prices. Mittal's goal was to reach sufficient scale and geographic diversity to be resilient to industry cycles. So far, this strategy has proven successful.
Our merger led so many other consolidation. Tata has moved in Chorus. A lot of other mergers happen in America. So this has consolidated the steel industry, and this has helped the industry to survive well in this environment.
The ArcelorMittal story is more than strategic agility. Operationally, Mittal applied low-cost steelmaking technology to the inefficient steel mills it acquired. Portfolio agility, secured through mergers with competitors, has helped ArcelorMittal diversify its product portfolio and become less dependent on volatile spot pricing. When ArcelorMittal realised that product portfolio diversification was insufficient, it built absorptive capacity and acquired mining assets, in the process insulating the business from the increasing power of raw material suppliers. The strategic agility of ArcelorMittal has resulted from more than the founders' boldness and risk-taking. First, there was the disciplined adherence to simple rules in its acquisition process. Second, it has been alert and sensitive to opportunities, often in unlikely, far-flung locations. Third, discipline and resource fluidity have been central to Mittal's strategic success. Consolidation has enabled the company to divert resources to more efficient plants, maximising returns despite changing economic circumstances. Resources and knowledge are shared throughout the organisation through regular meetings amongst managers and their movement throughout the globe. And finally, there is collective commitment within its core team, many of whom are long-standing Indian managers who share a sense of pride born of Indians achieving globally in a tough industry. While there is much to be admired in the ArcelorMittal story, the single most important insight it offers is the ability of decisive, bold leadership to completely revolutionise not only an organisation, but a challenged industry. Like most examples of agility secured through decisive leadership, while the rewards are high, so are the risks. In the next few years, ArcelorMittal's strategic agility will be tested once again as state-sponsored Chinese steel production continues to grow despite softening global demand.